Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. That's Nettie Liddell.
And that's Brett Chapin.
We're talking with theater actress Kim Eberhardt today. She is playing Mrs. Cratchit, my wife, in A Christmas Carol. Thanks so much for joining us, Kim.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So you heard Lacey and Matt. We're having so much fun working with all those kids, aren't we?
It's amazing. It's incredible how talented they are, and they're very professional. And it's been great to see just them bloom and blossom in the roles that they're playing. So it's really fun.
Yeah, they're fantastically talented.
Yeah.
And you're fantastically talented yourself.
Oh, thanks.
And extremely professional.
Thank you.
This obviously isn't your first show. When did you
first get started? I actually started as a dancer. I started when I was 16 professionally with Disney and danced for Disney for about 6 years and then got my card.
How was that?
It was amazing. I mean, for me to get to the opportunity to work at a company like that and to, get to wear the professional costumes and have that whole experience was amazing. Great directors and choreographers, and you learn really quick how to behave and not to behave in those roles.
Especially for Disney,
Absolutely. Right? So that was where I started, and then after that I started getting into theater and was professional for about 10 years. And then now I do community theater with Christmas Carol. It's really fun.
And you worked on cruise ships
as
well.
I did cruise lines, Holland America Cruise Lines and some national tours. I toured in Camelot and Disney Symphonic Fantasy, and was also with Radio City for a while. I was one of the singer-dancers in their show, The Christmas Spectacular. So that's how I met my husband. Theater's been very good to me.
Sounds like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's one of the smarter ones who figured it out and has a happy life and is a happy wife and is writing and acting and making money at the same time and doing everything.
Imagine that.
Oh my God.
Something else kind of funny about Kim is her real life husband is also in the show. He plays Marley.
Great.
And he's the same guy that I was telling you about last week that has the Achilles tendon problem, and he gets dressed on the stage level because he can't go.
And what do you
downstairs.
say to him again? You say something really interesting to him.
Well, everybody actually, and when I say everybody, I mean me, says to him, "Is it a killing you?" And
he has a good sense of humor about it.
He is very humorous about it. Poor guy has to put up with that, but on top of the pain. But
what a dork!
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I was talking about you, not him. Obviously.
Oh, okay.
Love.
Yeah. For the
kidding.
Record, I'm not the only one to use that joke. So yeah.
I made it up. So yeah. Anyway.
But and Kim, you started acting real young, right?
Yeah, I did, and I was one of those kids that was always putting on plays, like the kids in the neighborhood. It didn't matter. I just wanted to get them all together and put on shows. So I was always very creative and liked watching movies and videos of different musicals and shows, and I used to imitate them. So I think you just grow up knowing this is where I'm going to be at some point in my life.
Sure.
Kim, what's the importance of doing live theater to you?
To me, live theater is the interaction with the audience. And there's also that element of danger because you never know what's going to happen in a live production that I love. And I think when you're standing backstage and you see the lights, you just want to be out there. I love the whole experience of being backstage and hearing the cast, going through their scenes, and just the whole environment is really special. But I think that that element of danger makes it exciting. And the audience interaction, I don't know if audiences realize that they do have a personality. You definitely feel like, oh, this audience is so warm, or I'm not sure if this audience is getting us as much tonight, or oh, they're really laughing a lot. They all actually do have a unique feel, and I think that's what's really exciting, is to see how they respond to what we're hoping is the same and consistent performance we give every night. But they do have an impact on us as well, and I think that's what's really exciting about live theater.
And what's the importance of the show itself, A Christmas Carol?
A Christmas Carol is a really timeless tale. I mean, it talks about generosity and about being someone that gives to others and the importance of that. And I think that the character, a lot of us can identify. We know Scrooges in our life, I'm sure on some level, whether it was a bad boss or someone rude at the store that you ran into and you think, gosh, well, it really shows you the power of attitude and of looking out for others. And I think it's a great story that is very inspiring. And it's just charming. It gives you a really nice feeling about Christmas and the memories and traditions that started so long ago. We can still relate to Dickens even though it's over 100 years old. So I think that's really special about it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the difference between doing film and doing theater. We've talked about that a lot on the show. Is film, you get a million takes, and not to take anything away from film actors, but theater is you get one take, and you have to get it right.
Yes.
It's a magic. It's like magical. It's always magical opening night, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Something always like goes wrong, right? Or what? I mean, how was your opening night? Was it crazy?
Actually, that
No,
one,
it
yeah,
finally
was pretty,
came together, and it's like when you go through a tech and a rough technical week, wow, I hope the show, the show will come together. It always does by opening. It seems like everybody, for some reason, if there were rough spots or lack of focus, the focus comes into the right places. And there may be a few mistakes with any run. I think that sometimes what's fun about it is it brings a cast together when we can laugh about hopefully little mistakes that people are not noticing.
Sure.
But even if they are big mistakes, it's just, I think that is something that everybody's, gets to enjoy together because they're memorable and they're funny, and you can still laugh about them years later if they're really funny. So I think that can be fun. But hopefully the, opening night is when it really does all come together. And we had that experience because we did have a rough tech, and it was exciting to see it all come together. I really felt like we had a strong show by that point.
I think so too. As a matter of fact, the opening night, I think, was the first time we went all the way through the show without stopping.
Yes.
Wow.
I think you're right.
Like, we didn't even do that the night before.
Oh
so
my
Yeah.
God.
yeah.
So yeah.
And it went smoothly, which was terrific. Because I think that the thing that's great about theater is, no matter if your role is a lead or if a chorus member or if you're a tech person, everyone's important. And we really felt that with our crew. We needed them to really be there for us, and they were, which was great.
Yeah. You definitely feel all the energy. I mean, how was it working with all the kids on the stage and all their energy?
Oh my gosh, the kids! there's so many of them, and what's really cute is we also have these orphans that come into the scene as well, and they stand backstage. And for a lot of them, this is their very first show they've ever done, and they've learned the term "break a leg," and they're so excited to tell you "break a leg." It's really great to see just their enthusiasm and that they hopefully see how fun this is and how exciting it is, not just to be an audience member, but to be on stage as well. And we'll continue to help live theater stay alive. That's the main goal.
I love seeing their faces standing in the wings as they come off stage. They're always smiling and
They
always
are.
happy. We're always giving them high fives. It's
Yeah,
great.
we give them high fives.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
didn't want to
great
leave the
job.
stage when we were applauding. That it was so
No,
adorable.
they didn't.
Yeah.
They were so-
Natural hands.
yeah.
Go see it, guys. CovinaCenter.com, A Christmas Carol. It's playing between now and December 18th.
It's totally worth it.
Yes.
It is totally worth it. It'll put you in an amazing mood, and kids love it.
Coming up, we're going to be talking to Lali Monterez, Juliana Carroll, and Garrick Baez, 3 other children. And thanks so much for coming in, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back on LALA Land with Brett and Nett on CRN Digital Talk. That's Nettie Liddell.